that day we discussed about this homologous series, alkane, alkene, and alkyne. So now you are familiar with the formula of alkane, alkene, and alkyne. That alkane is CnH2n plus 2, alkene CnH2n, and alkyne is CnH2n minus 2. Okay, and for n is equals to 1, this part is only possible for your alkane, and yeah, so n is equal to 1 is only possible for alkane. It is not possible for alkene and alkyne. And n is equals to 2 is possible for all three. Next was that the difference between these two is always equals to CH2. Yeah, we did this C5H10 minus C4H8 is equals to C5 minus 4 is 1 and 10 minus 8 is 2. So the difference will always be CH2. Now next is your nomenclature. So nomenclature also we discussed that if it will be one bond, then it will be in. Two bond in, and three it's ein. My screen is visible, right? Rudra, my screen is visible or not? What?
Ma'am, it is.
Okay. So first, single bond means in, double means in, and the triple means ein. And here is what? Here is the, like, if there will be one C, then it's met, two C, then it, three and four, and then so on. So this was the example. Here is how many C? 4C. So for 4C, what we will write? We will write bute. So that's why I'm writing over here bute. And what about there's a single bond? So it will be butene. Okay, this is your two, so it for two carbons, and your double bond, so it will be ethene. Your uh, okay, just a minute, maybe my network is not working properly, just a second. Yeah, so for so for two carbon, it's it, and this is a triple bond, so it will be ein. Here, this is how many carbon? Your four carbon, so that's why bute. And in the numbering, the two is coming here in the side of your double bond, so it will be two and then in. Now, next, what we will be discussing today is this some substituents. What is substituents? Substituents is those who are not included in the main chain. That are known as substituent. Like here, for example, this is the example of substituent. If this is like this, like CH3, CH, and this, and here what we have to find? The first step, we have to find the longest chain. So this is the longest chain. Okay, and what about this part? This your CH3 part is your substituent. Okay, so this substituent is what? That those who are not included in the main chain. So this CH3 is not included in my main chain, so that's why these are known as substituent. Now this is the name of the substituent. For example, if it's CH3, it will be methyl. C2H5, it's ethyl. Cl chloro, Br bromo, and I for iodo. F for fluoro, and NO2 for nitro. So let's discuss some example. Now this is the example. Let's say. So here CC, how many carbon? First of all, the first step is what? That you have to find the longest carbon-carbon chain. So this is only the longest carbon-carbon chain. This one, it can't be this, no? It can't be this, and it can't be this also. So this is only the sorry. So only this one is the longest carbon chain. So first step is to find the longest carbon chain. So we already did. Now second step is you have to do the numbering. Okay, so now you will start numbering from this side. Why? Because here in the third part you are getting this methyl, and here in the 1, 2, 3, 4 part you will get methyl. If we will start numbering from here, so it would be 1, 2, this one is 3, this one will be 4. So in the 4 part, your methyl will come, and here if we'll start numbering from the left side, so in the third part, your methyl will come. So that 3 is more good than 4. Why? Because in the numbering, we only look the least number. Okay. So your numbering is done. So what will be the name of this? Here, how many carbon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 carbon. So for 7 carbon, we use hep. Like if you will see here, this is my this thing, and for 7, what we are using? We are using hept. So here also, what we will use for 7 carbon, we will use hept. And one thing you have to remember, that substituent part is always come before the name of your actual carbon. Okay, like here, methyl is coming before the name of your heptane or ethane or anything. So here, why 3 and 4? Because in 3 and 4 numbering part, your methyl is there. This is your 3 and this is your 4. That's why 3, 4. Why di? Di because your two substituents called di. Two substituents called di. That's why I'm writing dimethyl. Why methyl? Because CH3 is what? CH3 is your methyl. That's why 2 and 3 and 4 dimethyl heptane. Hept means 7 and why in? Because single bond. Okay. Next example. Next is this. Any doubt you can ask. So next is this example. So here how many carbon? One carbon, two carbon, three and four. So for four, what we use? Bute. No, for four we use bute. So it will be bute. And how many we will use bute? And single bond, so we will use in butane. So how we will number this? This is what? This is first our job is to find the longest chain. So this is your longest chain. This one is your longest chain. And then you have to start numbering. Now you will say that from here also it's coming 1, 2, 2 chloro. From here it's coming 1, 2, 2 bromo. So why can't I start from this side? Why I have to start numbering from the left side? Because you have to give priority to the alphabets. Because B comes always first, then C, right? A, B, C. So that's why we have to start numbering from this side. So it will be 2 bromo. Why bromo? Because Br is your bromo and Cl, see this is your bromo and Cl is your chloro. So that's why you will write 2 bromo and in 3 you will have this chloro. So 3 chloro and bute means 4 carbon and N. Okay, so it's 2 bromo. Sorry, 2 bromo. Yeah, 2 bromo, 3 chloro butane. Understood? Any doubt? Anybody? Safia, Rudra, Roshni? Any doubt? You guys never answer. Okay.
No.
Next. Next is what? Next is this question. See how many carbon? 3 carbon. So for 3 carbon, what we have to write? For 3 carbon, we have to write prop. है ना? So prop here, and this is your double bond. So for double bond, we always use what? We always use ene. So it will be propene for sure. And next, now what we have to do? We have to start numbering. Now here, one more problem is this. Ki from this side, if we are numbering from the left side, what's up here? Just a minute. How? I didn't understand the carbon chain. How to find out the length of the longest carbon? Okay. So here, if you will see this, Safia. So as per your idea, is this is the longest chain, or this is the longest chain, or this is the longest chain? Which one is the longest chain? Tell me. This one, here only two carbon. Here only two carbon. This part only two carbon. This part only two carbon. And this part is having how come? How much carbon? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So seven. So this is your, this is what? Your longest carbon chain. Now if we will see this one here, your chloro and bromo. So for chloro, bromo for sure we will not count. So this only we will count. How many carbon? Four carbon. Next, if now here also your four, three carbon is the longest chain. We will not count these. Your substituents we will not count. Only we will count if carbon is there, then only we have to count that, okay, this is my longest, this is my longest, or this is my longest. If there's any substituent, then we don't have to count that. We will only mark the carbon carbon thing as a longest chain because carbon carbon is longest chain, na? Not your carbon bromine, not your carbon chloro, no. Only carbon carbon we have to see. So here we have to see this or this. So obviously this one. And here we have to see this one only because here your bromo and chloro is there, so there's no carbon. Next is this that here. So if I'm starting from the left side, okay, if I'm start numbering from the left side, so your bromine, your bromo will be near. है ना? If I'm start numbering from the here, like 1, 2, and 3, so your bromo will be near. And if I'll start numbering from the right side, then your double bond means your ene will be near. No, so what to do? So the solution is as per your go as per your priority. Means your double bond or your triple bond is more like more prior than your substituent. Okay, so if there's a double or if there's a triple and here is your chloro and your bromo, then you have to start numbering from this side. Why? Because this is having more priority than your substituent part. So here we will start from where? From this side, right? Because your double or triple is more priority, will give more priority to double and triple than your the substituents. So here I'm writing what? Your 1, 2, here 3. Okay. So what the name? What will be the name of this? Here three carbon, so it will be prop. Double bond means ene. And in the three, what you're having? You're having this. What you're having? You are having this Br. है So it will be 3 bromo propene. Okay? 3 bromo propene. Next we will discuss this example. Now see, here we have to first check the longest chain. Why? Because carbon carbon is there. So what we will do? We will check, okay, this carbon carbon bond is longest chain, or this carbon carbon bond is longest chain. No, because here also two, here also two, but here it's total three. So the three will be the longest carbon chain. So and we will start from this side also. We can also start from this side. We can also start from this side. So if we will start from this side also, then only it will the answer will be 2 2. And if we will start from this side also, then also the answer will be 2 2. And CH3 means just, yeah. And why CH3 is called as methyl? So here is the, but CH3 is a methyl, C2 is ethyl, Cl chloro, Br bromo, and I iodo. So here how many CH3? 2. So that's why we will use di. If two substituents is there, then what we have to use? We have to use di. So it will be 2 comma 2 dimethyl propane. Why n? Because single bond. So prop means 3. So propane, and 2 comma 2 means here also CH3 is lying in the second number. Here also the CH3 is lying in the second number. And di means your two substituents. Methyl, because your CH3 is there, that's why we will use methyl. And your propane, and substituents is always, like, always we will write the substituent before the name of your propane, butane, ethane, methane, like this. Okay, understood this nomenclature thing, that how we are writing the name of carbon carbon thing? Understood, Safia, Roshni, Raj?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we will see this one. This here, how many okay, now you have to tell me the name of this. Come on, do and tell me. It's very easy. Numbering is also there, so it will be easy for you to do. Try. Tell me if you are done, huh? Done? Okay, so tell me. First, Rudra, what's your answer?
Ma'am, I'm still
Okay, still trying. Okay. Roshni? Okay. Safia? Here also the first step you have to find the longest chain. So 2 and 4. So obviously this will be the longest. Okay, now do. Okay, Safia, I just now saw your message. What you wrote? Could you explain the steps for naming from beginning? Okay, which, like, the naming steps like this, 2 dimethyl propane, like this. Okay, I'll explain. First, let them solve this question, then I'll explain. Okay, done. Okay, you do. Let me explain something. Where should I begin? Here, I'm writing this thing. Okay. Uh, uh, okay, here I'm writing it. So it's like your C 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, 7 carbon. This is your question. 7 carbon, and here in the third there's also C, and in the fourth there is also C. Now this is the question. Now you have to find the solution. So first, what you have to do? First, you have to fill this with hydrogen. है ना? So here single bond. So how many carbon? Sorry, how many hydrogen? 3 hydrogen, right? Correct? No, 3 hydrogen. Okay. Next, yeah. So here, how many hydrogen left? 2 is already there, so it will be H2. Here, how many? 3 is there, so it will be only H. Here, 3 bond is there, then only H. Here, 2 bond is there, so it will be H2. Here, 2 bond is there, it will be H2. And here, only 1 bond, so it will be H3. Okay? Okay, right? This much, this part is clear or not? And here also 2, here also 1, so you have to write H3. There also only 1 bond, so you have to write H3. This is clear? Sakia? Okay, next you have to, first step, you have to find the longest chain. So now if you will see this, how many carbon is there? 2 carbon. Here, if you will see, how many carbon? 2 carbon. But here, if you will see, how many carbon? 7 carbon. So what is the longest chain? 7 is the highest value. So this part will be the longest chain. Step 1 done. Now we will go to step 2. Step 2 is your numbering. Okay, so you have to start numbering. Now, how to, so here, let me change the color blue. If I'm start numbering from here, okay, let me first start numbering from this side, then I'll start numbering from that side. So here 1, 2, 3, and this part will be 4, 5, 6, 7. It means in 3 and in 4, you are getting your methyl thing, huh? Dimethyl thing, correct? And now let me start numbering from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So here in the 4 and 5 point, your 4 or 5, like, 4 or 5 point, you will get your dimethyl thing. So what is the least number here? 3, 4 or 4, 5? 3, 4 or 4, 5, Safia? 3, 4. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. This will be 5, this will be 6, this will be 7. Now, so it will be what? In 3 and in 4, your CH3 is coming. Now, what is CH3? So you have to remember this. This substituents thing you have to remember. So CH3 is your methyl. Okay. So I'm writing 3. So here I'm writing 3. 4. Di. Why di? Because two substituents is present. That's why we will use di. Dimethyl. And how many carbon? 7 carbon. So for this you have to remember this, that 7 carbon is for hept. Hept means your 7 carbon. So you have to write hept. And here only single bond is there. So what is for single bond? It's ane. Na? So it will be heptane. 3, 4 dimethyl heptane. See, 3, 4 dimethyl heptane. Okay, now understood. Okay, understood or not, Safia? Let me discuss this question also. If I'm writing, this is your question C, C, and C. Okay, and here your Br means bromo. So what we have to do, first part, what we have to do? We have to put hydrogen. So here, how many hydrogen we are? We will we will put 2 hydrogen. Why? Because 2 is already there, so the 2 hydrogen. Here 3, so only 1 hydrogen. Here 2 means what? 2 hydrogen. Okay, next. Next is that, yes, ma'am.
Actually,
Hmm.
Safia and Rudranil,
Hmm.
especially for both of you, I have already talked to Rudranil in that starting. From tomorrow onwards, if you both are late, any of you, as a matter of fact, are late beyond 5 minutes, the class will be considered done. Ma'am will log off and it will not be repeated until and unless you both give a prior notice that because of certain reason you are not able to attend the class. Have I made myself clear? Have I made myself clear?
Yes,
Safia,
ma'am.
are you there? Okay. You can carry on, ma'am.
So this question, so here is your bromo and your double ene. So now in this part you will get confused that we'll start numbering from this side or we will start numbering from this side. So first is you have to go the priority wise. It means double or triple bond will have more priority than your bromo. Not bromo, your all substituent part. All S. So if this is the fact, then we have to start numbering from this side. Na? 1, 2, 3. Why? Because double is having more priority than your substituent, means bromo. So now what we will write here in the 3, we are having this bromo. So it will be 3 bromo. And how many carbon? 3 carbon. So for 3 carbon, now again we have to see that for 3 carbon, it's prop. Huh? So prop and double bond is there, so it will be ene. So it will be 3 bromo propene. Here also see it's 3 bromo propene. Understood, Safia? Doubt clear? That how to start naming? Hmm? Okay, now, so Rudra and Roshni, tell me the answer of this. Come on, fast, fast, fast. Tell. Safia, do you know how to solve this? Can you please solve and tell me? Rudra, done. At least reply. Methyl butene. Okay. For Safia, it's methyl butene. Okay. Rudra, what about you? What is the answer?
Ma'am, I got the same thing.
Okay, same thing. And Roshni?
Ma'am, wait,
Hmm.
ma'am, just a minute.
Okay.
Ma'am, even I got same.
Same methyl butene. But you guys forgot to write this number. This is important. You have to write now. Why we are doing a numbering? Because to write here. So you have to start numbering. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If we will start numbering from this side, then it will be 3. So no, 2 is more prioritized than 3. So 2 methyl butene. Okay, numbering is important. See, everywhere we wrote number. Here, number. Here, your 3 number. Here, your 2 is number. So how can you forget here? Here also 2-methyl-butene and not butene. Oh my God, it's butane now. It should be butane. Why? Because single bond. There's no double bond. Rudra, it will be butane or butene. Butene for double. Butane for single. Ane is single na. Ane means single and ene means double. So can you like here any double bond is there kya? This part, this part. No, everywhere is single. So you have to write ane, butane. Okay? 2-methyl butane. Understood? Understood everybody or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next. Hmm. Huh. And one more thing is here. Let's see. If we will count this part and if we will count this part, your molecular formula will be same. C5H12. See here how many carbon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon and how many hydrogen? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 carbon. Here also 5 carbon and 12 hydrogen. It means the molecular formula is same, only the structure is different. So this is the definition of your isomers. है ना? कि molecular formula is same, but the structural formula is different. So this is called isomers. Next we will discuss some functional groups. Okay, so first you have to remember this. This is very important. Second, you have to remember this, the substituent's name. And third, you have to remember the functional group. So here in the functional group, your alcohol is OH and OL. Okay, aldehyde is CHO. So you have to write al for aldehyde. For ketone, it's CO, so you have to write on for ketone. Carboxylic acid is COOH, and you have to write oic acid for carboxylic acid. And here in the functional group, your priority will get changed. So first you will give priority to your functional group, second the double bond and triple bond, and the third will be the substituent. But in the first, you have to give priority to your functional group. Now we will see some formula. Sorry, examples. So this is what? This is your carbon, and OH. So here is your carbon. So first of all, first job is to write hydrogen. है ना? So hydrogen, and here 2 already, so it will be 2. That's it. And second job is to find the longest chain. So only the carbon is longest chain. That's why we will mark this longest chain. Third part is you have to start numbering. So obviously you will start numbering from this side. Why? Because here is your functional group. So functional group, think numbering from functional group, we will start numbering. So it will be 1 and 2. And now we have to write the name. So how many carbon? See, in the substituent parts, what we were doing? We were writing the substituent first and then the name. Here in the functional group, no need to write the functional group first and then name. No. Okay, first we have to write the name. Name means how many carbon? 2 carbon. So it will be it. है ना? See, for 2 carbons, it's it. Okay, next. And your single bond. So it will be ethane. Okay, ethane. And your for OH, what we have to write? OL. So it will be 1OL. And what you have to remove, you have to remove this E. Okay, and if you want to write 1, it's okay. If don't, then also it's okay. So it will be ethanol. Ethanol, like this. Understood? Okay, let me discuss this also. Then it will be clear for you. So how many carbon? 3 carbon. So first job is to write hydrogen. How many hydrogen? 3 hydrogen. Here 2 is already there. So we have to write 2. Here only 1. So we have to write 3. Okay. Second job is to find the longest chain. So here no other carbon is there. So this will be only the longest chain. Third job is, sorry, it's OH is over here, no? So if OH is there, then only the CH. Yeah. So like this, and the longest chain will be the carbon only thing. And then you have to start numbering. So see, if I'm start numbering from this side, then also it's 2OH. And from here also, if I'm start numbering, then also it's OH. So it is okay if you are start numbering from left or right. For the middle one, it's okay. So now what is the name of this? How many carbon? 3 carbon. So you have to first check for 3 carbon, it's prop. Okay, so let me write prop. And bond wise, single bond. So it will be propane 2, because in 2 we are getting this OH. And what about OH? It's OL, right? So it will be OL. But what we have to remove? Remember that we have to remove this thing. So it will be propane 2 all. Propane 2 all. Okay. Next example. Yeah, this one. So here how many carbon? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for 4 we use butene. Yeah. So 4 carbon. So first job is to write your hydrogen part. So how many hydrogen? 3 hydrogen. How many hydrogen? 2 is already there. So 2. 2 is already there. So 2. 1 is already there. So 3. Now the third job is to OH is also there. If OH is there, then only one H. Okay. So now the third job is you have to find the longest chain. So this is my carbon-carbon longest chain. Fourth part is you have to write the simply name, because this is not your substituent that you are writing in the first. This is normally your functional group. So 4. So what is 4? 4 is your butane. है ना? 4 is butane and single bond. Numbering part we have to do. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. So butane 2. For OH, what we are using OL, and what we have to remove this. So it will be butane 2 all. Understood? Any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt? Rudra, Safia, Roshni. This is the
No, no.
most important part. Okay, you have to. Okay. So this question, this is also similar. OH is there for. Okay. And this is for your aldehyde. Aldehyde is CHO. You will write like this. Okay. Here will be your chain. And this is your ketone. Ketone and aldehyde is looks similar, but here both side you can apply chain, but here only left side you can apply chain. Now the next question. This is your next question. Yeah, HCHO. So how you will write HCHO like this? So first you have to find the longest chain. There's no longest, like double bond is for ene. So double bond is for ene, but only for the carbon-carbon. But here your double bond is for oxygen. So you will not write ene here. Okay. If like this, then ene. If ene, if ine. If this is there, then you can't write ene. है ना? You have to simply write ane only. That's the biggest like problem. So here only single double bond for the oxygen. So simple you will write methane, because there's no carbon carbon, only carbon oxygen. And one, because one, no, not from here, I'm so sorry. This is your one. And what about ul? What is your ul? Ul is your aldehyde. See, like this it's looking. See, this is similar. So it will be one ul. So methane, one Al. Okay. Next, CH3, CHO. So CH3, CHO. So this is your longest chain. Here also you will write ethane, not ethene, because this is not there. This is there. So for this, you don't write ene. For this, we write ene, only for the carbon-carbon. So this is your ethane and one. And this is for your aldehyde group. So you have to write ul over here. So ethane, 1A. Next is your this. This we already discussed. Next is your this. Here, okay, first let's see this one. Here, your HC like this. So only one carbon, so it will be methane, one, and oic acid. Why oic? So see, for oic is COOH, and here also you are getting COOH. So what you have to write? Oic acid means methanoic acid. Okay, you have to remember functional group, then only you will be able to solve these types of questions. Now here, CH3C double bond, single carbon but double carbon. So for the two carbons, we will write ethane, ethane and one. Why oic acid? Because this COOH is your oic acid. Okay, so for ketone, it will be like CO. So you have to remember CO for ketone and CHO for aldehyde, COOH for carboxylic acid. Done? Any doubt? Anywhere? Any doubt? Okay. So now for this, you tell me the IUPAC name. Uh-oh. Uh, yeah. For this, what you have to tell me? IUPAC name. Chalo. So come on, solve this and tell. What is the IUPAC name of C3H8, C4H10 and CH3OH? Your OH, remember OH is your alcohol, so you have to write OL. If there's CHO, you have to write AL. Carboxylate COH, you have to write OIC acid. OIC acid. Okay, so tell me fast. Roshni, please unmute yourself and tell me the name of these. Yeah. First, C3H8.
Ma'am, just a minute.
Okay.
Is it propane?
What? Propane.
Propane.
Yes, correct. Propane. Oh. Okay. Next, C4H10. What is C4H10?
Butane. Butane.
Butane. Okay. Rudra, it's correct. Butane.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the last one. What about this one? CH3OH. Come on, fast. OH means your all, so it will be methanol. Okay. OH is for all, na? So all and not methane. Remember now that we have to delete E and simply we have to write methane and all, that is methanol. Now the IUPAC name of this, it's visible. Okay, so tell me about this fast, this and this one. Tell me. Rudra, unmute yourself and tell me the this and this.
Ma'am, first one is ethanol,
Second,
and second one is propanol.
okay. And here, this one, CH3COH. Tell. This time Safia will tell. CH3COH. Safia, come on, unmute yourself and tell me. Fast. We have to cover next topic also. What?
Ethanoic acid.
Ethanoic acid. Okay. Next one, propanoic acid. Okay. So this part is clear now. Functional group, substituent, and your meth, eth, prop, but. Now, second, this is also your example, so you have to go through with this. Okay, see, this is your OH means alcohol, carboxylate, ketone, alkene. Next is your this. What is this? What is combustion? So, combustion is the reaction in which the substance. What do you mean by substance? Substance means your hydrocarbon, means hydrogen and carbon. So, the reaction in which substance burn with oxygen, okay, gas to form your carbon dioxide and your water with release of a large amount of heat and light. Now, a substance means your hydrocarbon. So here, hydrocarbon is burning with your oxygen gas. No, it's written now that substance with carbon oxygen. So hydrogen is burning with your carbon oxygen gas and forming water and carbon dioxide. So here, hydrocarbon means hydrogen and carbon burning with O2, forming H2O, water, as well as CO2. See, if carbon will combine with oxygen, it will become carbon dioxide. If water will combine with oxygen, then it will become H2O, water. So simple. This is your combustion. Now here, CH4 plus O2, it will be CO2 and H2O, carbon dioxide, water, and some heat and energy it will form. So this is your combustion. If hydrocarbon will combine with oxygen gas, it will form carbon dioxide and water. Understood? What is hydrocarbon? Uh, what is combustion? Hydrocarbon and oxygen will form carbon dioxide, water. Next is your oxidation. What is oxidation and reduction? Oxidation means simple. Just you have to add the oxygen and you have to remove the hydrogen. This is your oxidation. What is reduction? Reduction means you have to reduce the oxygen, means you have to remove the oxygen and you have to add the hydrogen. Oxidation, adding of oxygen, and reduction means removing of oxygen. So this is the example for this one. If this is the reaction, 2 Mg plus O2 will give you 2 MgO. Means this is the oxidation reaction. No? Oxygen is added over here. है ना? And removal of hydrogen is this. NH3 will give you N2 plus H2, means hydrogen is removed and now NH3 becomes fully oxidized. Why? Because hydrogen removed and oxygen here added. So here Mg is fully oxidized and here your NH3 is fully. Next, this is your reduction. Reduction means addition of oxygen. Now for this you will see this. If Mg plus H2 I'm writing it will become MgH2, means here your hydrogen is added. Removal of oxygen means MgO will give you Mg plus O2. So it's removal of oxygen and MgO becomes fully reduced. ठीक है? Oxidation मतलब oxidation means addition, reduction means removal of oxygen, oxidation, removal of hydrogen, and reduction, addition of hydrogen. And here in oxidation, loss of electron is happening, and in the reduction, your gain of electron is happening. Like here, your Mg magnesium atomic number is 8, so you have to write 2 6 na, in the K and L shell. So it needs 2 more extra electron to complete its octet. So electron it needs. So plus electron, then it will become 2 8 and the oxygen will become minus. So it means it gains 2 electron. And what about the for oxygen I'm writing, sorry. And what about the magnesium? Magnesium is losing 2 electron. Okay, so that's why your formula will be like MgO2 or MgO, like this. So that's how the gaining and losing of electron is happening between the oxidation and reduction. So combustion part is clear now. Hydrocarbon is combining with oxygen gas and forming water and carbon dioxide. Here oxidation means your addition of oxygen is happening. In the reduction, your removal of oxygen is happening. Like this, your hydrogen is removed, and here your hydrogen is added. Here your oxygen is added, and here your hydrogen is removed. What is next? Next is your this addition reaction. What is addition reaction? What is addition reaction? Means the reaction in which a simple molecule added to unsaturated compound. What is unsaturated compound? Unsaturated means ethane or ethyne. So here your carbon, two bonds, two means unsaturated, which is ethene. है ना? So if this will add with your AA means with some saturated, then it will form, then the unsaturated will convert into a saturated. Why? Because carbon will then mix with your here A, and here your carbon will mix with A, like this. So means a reaction in which simple molecule added to an unsaturated. This is your simple molecule. Oh, pencil got discharged. Just a second. Yeah. So here is simple molecule. This is what? This is your simple molecule which is being added to your unsaturated compound. Unsaturated means your double double or triple triple. Okay. Like here, this is also your unsaturated double bond which is converted to your saturated. Unsaturated is converted to saturated. Unsaturated means double bond, and saturated means, see, all everywhere is single bond. That's why saturated, unsaturated converted to saturated. That's your empty addition reaction. Substitution, we all know what is substitution. Like this, if we will see example, CH4 plus Cl2, we have to substitute HCl water. Okay, first let go. So the reaction in which the reagent replaces an atom or a group of atom from the reactant are called the substitution reaction. Here your CH4 is combining CH4 plus Cl2 is giving CH3Cl plus HCl. Means this H and this Cl is combining and forming HCl, and CH3, if you will give one H2 HCl, then it will be your CH3, and here 2 is there, na? 2 chlorine. So if you will give one chlorine to your hydrochloric acid, so only one chlorine will left. So CH3Cl. Next, CH3Cl plus Cl2, so it will be CH2Cl2 and your HCl. HCl is must. See, most of the saturated hydrocarbon are fairly inert and unreactive. Okay. In the presence of sunlight, see, chlorine is added to the hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon means just hydrogen and carbon. At a rapid, in this reaction, chlorine will replace your hydrogen atom one by one. Okay? So here chlorine is replacing your hydrogen atom. Here also, and what you are getting in the product, HCl and with your chlorine part. So like this, a substitution reaction is happening. This is your addition reaction. What about next? Next is your fuels. What is fuel? Fuel means carbon compounds which have energy stored in them, that's fuel, and burn with the help of a heat and light. That is your fuel. Here also it's written same, that those carbon compounds which have energy stored in them, means like the carbon compound is having energy stored in them, and they burn with the help of your heat and light. That is known as your fuels. And we use these fuels for what? For making clothes, sorry, for cooking food, for running machine in factories. Okay, so these are what? These are your fuels. And fuels are like also present in the form of your coal, coke, charcoal, and here also in LPG, in CNG, in kerosene, petroleum, natural gas. So these are what? Your fuels. Means the carbon compound which have energy in them and they burn with the help of the heat and light. So that's called a fuel. This is a simple definition. You have to go through this. What is coal? Coal is what? Mixture of compound of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Mixture of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen means your hydrocarbons and your oxygen, and some free carbon along with the traces of your nitrogen and sulfur. See, carbon, a mixture of carbon, hydrogen, hydrocarbons and oxygen, and some free carbons along with some nitrogen and sulfur. And how coal is formed? coal is formed by the decomposition of plants, trees, which got buried under a million of years ago. That's your coal. And coal is used in many factories to produce a large amount of heat. To heat something, coal is used. Coal is also used to heat, like we can also heat coal to make a coke. Okay. And what is petroleum? Petroleum is a dark smelling oil, is known as rock oil, black gold. It is formed by the decomposition. This also formed by the decomposition, and this formed by the decomposition of small plants and animal which is buried under the millions of years ago. And this formed decomposition of plants and animals. This is also same. Your petroleum, coal, all are. Acha, you tell me, all are renewable source of energy or non-renewable source of energy? Rudra, coal is renewable. It can be renewed or it's not.
It can, but it takes a lot of time.
Acha, it can be renewed, but it takes millions of time now. So it comes under your conventional source of energy. Okay, means your what? What is conventional source of energy? Conventional source of energy is your, tell me, is your renewable energy. No, sorry, it's your non-renewable energy, and your non-conventional source of energy is renewable energy. Okay, what about flame? Flame, you all know, the coal or charcoal which glows red and gives out some kind of a heat. That's your flame. Okay, blue or non-litmus flame and yellow and luminous flames. So these are the two types of flames. When the oxygen supply is sufficient, the fuel burns completely, producing a blue flame and no light. And here, in the insufficient of your air, so it will produce which kind of a flame? Yellow flame. That's why you will see in your kitchen the gas and all. Every that flame is like the what is the color of that flame? Blue in color. Why? Because there is oxygen present in the atmosphere, so that's blue flame. Okay, and this we will start in the next soap detergent topic. You have to go through with this and with this and with this. Okay, and you have to remember all the functional group, IUPAC name, and that, what was that, substituents. Acha, wind energy, just logical question I'm asking. Wind energy is renewable source of energy or it is non-renewable source of energy? Wind energy, yes, renewable. And coal and petroleum, renewable or non-renewable? Sophia? Yes, non-renewable. Good. It cannot be renewed if it's, if it's like full khatam, it cannot be renewed, but wind energy will be renewed every day. Okay, then understood now today's lecture. Any doubt anywhere? Sophia? Sophia, any doubt? Okay, let me show you the substituents. Where is it? Just a minute. Yes, these are the substituents, Sophia. For CH3, it's methyl, C2H5 ethyl, Cl chloro. I'll send all these in the PDF form so you can easily see from that. And here also Fl for fluoro and NO2 for nitro. Okay, so it's already 6:30. Sophia, understood? Any more doubt? Okay. Okay then. Rudra, Roshni, doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Roshni?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.